possible that you're doing all the good deeds. People see you as, oh, model Christian, model parent, model spouse, but before the Lord, He doesn't recognize you at all. Every content that's going to be shared on this channel, they are things you can relate to. Not theory, but practical. Not abstract, but something you and I can tangibly work with in our everyday life. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Faith and Motherhood, and we have been on a series called the Book of Revelations. And if this is your first time, I encourage you to watch the past episodes. And today we're going to chapter 2 of the Book of Revelations. So join me as I read. So chapter 2 verse 1 and 2 says that, unto the angel of the church of Ephesus write, this thing said he that holdeth the 7 stars in his right hand, who walketh in the midst of the 7 golden candlesticks. The 7 golden candlesticks were mentioned in chapter 1 verse 20, and that is the 7 churches that this book of Revelations are being written to, and much more. So, verse 2, I know thy works, and thy labor, and thy patience, and how that canst not bear them which are evil, and thou art tried them which say they are apostles and are not, and art found them liars. So you can see that the church of Ephesus are a replica of good people in a sense. They do not stand for evil. If they see someone acting as a liar, or they sense you're a liar, they, let me say, call you out. In this present age, we use the term call them out, especially when you see someone doing something that is not right. Verse 3 and verse 4, and art borne, and art patience, and for my name's sake art labored, and art not fainted. So this is another quality of the church of Ephesus. They tarried, they labored, and they do not faint. So this reminds me of a verse that I'm going to read, and that is Galatians 6 verse 9. It says, and let us not grow weary while doing good, for in due season we shall reap if we do not lose heart. So you can also see the church of Ephesus being that kind of example, that they did not faint in doing good, and they did it. They labored consistently. That highlight consistently. It's a different ball game to do something for the Lord this week, and next week you're taking a break, or upper week you start again, and then the week after you're going to take another break. But we have been called to do what we do for the Lord consistently, fainting not. Not that we will not feel like quitting sometimes or getting tired, but let the motivation of what you do be bigger than how you feel. There are times when I do not feel like doing some of the things I do, and I remind myself what I do is beyond me. There's something bigger that the Lord wants to do with it. There's a life that might watch this that will expand to another life, and the ripple effect of everything we do. When we look at that grand scheme of it, we want to show up even when we don't feel like it. And this is what I'm highlighting here, that the church of Ephesus is a model church for consistency. Verse 4, nevertheless, I have somewhat against thee, because thou art left thy first love. So in spite of all the good record they had, there was still something the Lord had against them. They had left their first love. And that brings me to the question to you watching this. Have you left your first love? The first love in this context is the Lord Himself. So it's possible that you're doing all the good deeds. People see you as, oh, model Christian, model parent, model spouse. But before the Lord, He doesn't recognize you at all. And that is why it's important that as we go through life, in all that the Lord has put into our care, we're not just bearer of the gift, but the bearer of His presence. I'll say that again, the bearer of His presence, not just the bearer of the gift. Because the gift of God are without repentance. You could keep functioning in all the gifts, but the mercy that God has towards His people, He could still power that gift through you to bless multiple people, especially if you have that access to that life or those lives. But you might have been long gone and you don't even know it because you're still looking through the lenses of your gift functioning. And that is why every day we ask ourselves, am I still in alignment? Am I still in His presence? And that brings me to everyone that has a ministry platform or you are called to do something, which interestingly, we are all given an assignment. We all have a mission in our hands. It's not when we are on the pulpit, or a large crowd. Your ministry to your family, your ministry to your children, that life that is in your care as your child, that is a ministry assignment as well. Those people in your team that you're leading, those are your disciples that you have a ministry to as well. Every space that we're committed to, that is our ministry ground. It could be more than that, but that is the starting point. And it will be required of us that we do what we do, not just showing up. I've said about consistency, showing up with those gifts, but also ensuring that those gifts are powered by the presence of God. Because that is how we can effectively, bless lives. God can still do it, that He would use your gift even though you are far away from His presence. But for your own life's sake, the judgment day where we appear before the Lord, there's this part that keeps coming to mind, that many people will say, oh, I did this in your name. I healed the sick. I raised the dead. I did that. And then you say, I do not recognize you. Get away from me. I do not recognize you. That I paraphrased, but I will display it on the screen. So I would end with this. Let your life be powered by God's presence. Let all you do be powered by God's presence, not by the gift, not by the follower or the subscriber list or subscriber count. Because, you're going to appear before the Lord on your own. Yes. Your subscribers will not show up for you on that day. Every work will be tested. And it's important that we do it from the place of connection with our first love, His presence. I'll see you next time. Love and light. Bye.